Hello, welcome to the Climb to 1800. Today I'm going to try to keep it short because I have a big bio test tomorrow and I need to study for it, to put it simply. So I'm going to maybe play a little bit faster this game than normal, but I'm going to do my best to not blunder anything. So although I say that, and by the way, although I say I'm going to play quickly, I doubt that I'll actually hold up that end of the bargain. And okay, we are playing a 1600, a 1680. Why has chess.com been pairing me? I can't speak. Been pairing me up against like much higher rated opponents than myself as of late. I guess I'll take it as a compliment, but it's a bit odd. It's a bit odd. Okay. Okay. Now here, I usually always take, but I did look into my notes again, and it seems like. I don't know. I mean, I don't know this position exactly because I hate the exchange variation, so I want to spend as little time in it as possible. But dropping back is fine too, because after g5, I can go to g6, and then I'm totally fine. But since I play bishop takes f3 pretty much every time, I just want to keep it simple, really. And queen takes, I play e6, move is pretty automatic. And now I'm just going to do my simple stuff with, you know, knight f3, knight f6, bishop e7, knight c6, rook c8. It's hard to go wrong in the Caro-Kann unless you mess up, which I have done a few times. I have definitely had a few games, which you guys have seen, where I have just totally flubbed it in the opening for no good reason at all. But I'll try not to do that today. Now, moving his bishop out too early would be a mistake. Due to the double attack, he has to be a little bit careful of that. Although in this particular case, he cannot. Oh, I was going to say he can defend it with queen c3, but then I realized no way, because this queen c3 gets hit by the bishop pin, losing the queen. So I take it back. So he does actually have to be worried about this fork, but I'm sure he'll find an easy way out of it. He can play c3. He can develop his bishop to e3, which would make this move a little bit less venomous, because obviously this pawn is no longer a fork, because this pawn would be protected. So unless he makes a bad move right now, okay, if he plays that, my move is automatic. And I mean, now I'm just going to be playing my normal stuff. Not too much to talk about yet. When did he? Oh yeah, he played that to stop me from keeping my bishop on g4 indefinitely. Okay, so I'm just going to develop normally, not going to think about it too much, as I keep on saying. Okay. Pretty normal moves. And I'm trying to play faster in the opening nowadays, as you guys might have noticed, so that later on in the game I have more time to think. Okay. He plays bishop to f4, a bit untraditional. I can meet it later with a well-timed bishop d6, but I don't see the point in it right now. In fact, I might even try to bring my knight in at some point. I can also force him to decide where he wants to go with his bishop, but for now I can just castle probably, and I'm fine. If his queen was there, I would not castle, because then he would have this tactic, which I've been hit with many times. Okay, and now I think I'm going to force him to decide where he wants to go. Yeah, I'm going to force him to decide if he wants to take my knight or not, because, okay, he drops back, and the move that's been doing me well recently is pushing with b5. Okay. Now, actually, he has some meaningful pressure built up on my queen side, which I don't really like, to be honest. I don't really like that. I feel like I might be about to get overrun. So I need to be very careful. I can't play these next moves automatically, or I might lose. Because, I mean, the second he starts bringing his queen in, he can even start thinking about these sacks. I'm really worried about queen g3, allowing this tactic, this move, because obviously I can't push because this. I mean, the obvious move I'm thinking of right now is just playing bishop e6, and then if he trades, I'm never really going to get mated. But if he brings his bishop here, then, or sorry, here, then I can bring my own bishop back, and it gets a bit. And then I can kick him out like this, but then it gets a bit dicey. I can also play h6, but h6 basically asks for this, for him to sack and then give me a queen check. And I think that he actually probably has a mating attack in that position, so definitely not going to play h6. I actually blundered that in a tournament game once and got mated very swiftly. So after saying all that, I think I will play bishop here, bishop to d6. And I'm trying to get better about saying the actual move names like with proper terminology, because I realize that I kind of usually say this piece goes there, this piece goes there, and I'm going to try to stop doing that. Okay. I mean, I could just play h6, then takes, queen takes, and since there are no queens on the board, I doubt that the pawn structure is that bad for me. But why make it complicated when I could just bring my bishop back, right? And, I mean, I'm repeating moves, but at the same time, he wasted a tempo on his bishop move too, so I think I'm fine doing that. Still don't really want to play this move because I feel like he can get away with sacking the exchange, or sacking the piece, and then coming in with some version of a check. That might be really hard to defend against. Okay, so he just wants to give me a checkmate. I mean, I'm not going to fall for that one. But how do I want to defend against it? I don't really want to push this because that gives him this square, which would be a little bit annoying. That being said, I can bring my rook out and just kind of swap places and trade the bishops anyway. How do I want to stop his checkmate threat? I think I really only have one way, which is just g6. Yeah, this is another reason I don't like the Caro too much anymore. I feel like it gives them a really easy attack on the king side. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I have to play g6. I don't have another move. Yeah. Then ideally, he'd take here, and then I have a strong dark-sword bishop, but he's not going to do that. He's not planning on making my life easy, I believe. But we're not going to get mated for the time being. So I'm happy. Okay. What does he want to do with that? I'm not totally sure. But now I can kind of shut it down and force the bishop trade. I guess it isn't forced, actually. Because I mean, I would like to get my dark squared bishop to have dominance on the board, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. After I play this move, he can just drop his bishop back somewhere, but I think that nothing is really gained or lost. I can start bringing my own knight to c4. I'm not going to get mated anytime soon. He really wants to put his knight there, though, and this move stops that. Yeah, I'm going to play this, and if he trades bishops, I'm all the happier, because he'll basically have 0 attack then. But if he doesn't and he moves there, I mean, I'm just going to move my rook. Not much to say about it. Then I'll try to trade bishops again. And, I mean, this could end in a move repetition. Yeah, like okay, my move is automatic. It could go bishop f8, bishop g5. Wait, no, that would lose a piece. Never mind, he would not do that. He would not do that. So yeah, so he's claiming he has a big attack, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. Maybe I will see it soon, though. I'm imagining he's probably going to play this move. But after that, I probably just captures, and I think I'm fine. Or actually, no. If he plays this move, I probably have to just bring my own rook in, so that if he takes, I can take back and have a better square for my knight anyway. Okay, I don't see the point of that move. What's the point? I don't think it blunders anything, but I don't think there's really a point to it either. Wait, what? Wait, there. Nope, okay. I mean, it's looking dangerously close to me being able to trap his bishop in. Right? But it'll take me a few moves to collect it, even if I do that. I don't think that trying to trap his bishop is the right play, though, because he can just play h4 by himself, and then my g-pawn is really weak, and yeah, it's definitely not the right play. His queen isn't really threatening anything. I guess he wants to go there, but... and then get in somehow, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to try to trade the bishops. He might also try to do this, and I realize I just blundered a pawn, which is really annoying. Don't know how I didn't see that, to be honest. Yeah, I definitely should have dropped back. But his bishop is actually pretty annoying. I think I'm cool with going down the pawn in exchange for the bishop. So it's not terrible. But yeah, I totally missed that tactic. It's not even a tactic, it's just a counting exercise. For some reason in my head he couldn't take that knight, but I don't know why I thought that. Okay, I take back with the king because I might want to push e5 in the future. Yeah, and he takes, and yeah, I'm just down a pawn now. Yeah, so I definitely blundered that. But I don't think it's terrible. I can play the moves I wanted to play earlier. Can't bring his knight out over here. If I play this, then can I trap his queen, actually? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This might be fun. If I play this, and he takes my knight... no, I can't trap his queen, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't do it. I thought I could for a moment there, but it won't work. If I could magically place... oh no, even if I could magically move my rook, it wouldn't work. Yeah, I'm definitely worse now. I might want to play my earlier idea. Actually, I might want to play knight e7 to place it on d5, but I feel like c4 is a better square for it. It can be chased away, but then I can reroute it to f5, which also looks very good for it. So I'm just going to try to improve my pieces. I'm not too afraid of this because I can really always kind of push forward. I feel like he's going to keep on trying to mate me, but I don't think he's going to have much success with that. I could also just improve my queen, not move my knight. But I don't like how much that opens up ideas like this. Yeah, the more I look at it, I think that this is a pretty solid move. He can try to chase it away, but not yet. Yeah, I'm going to play knight a5. My gut's telling me it's wrong. But I'm going to play it anyway, because who listens to their gut, right? Oh, I should have, because... oh no, I didn't lose a knight, no. If he pushes here, I can go to the center. But I'm realizing now that my knight doesn't have any escape squares, so I do have to be very careful. Very careful indeed. Yeah, I don't think that that was a good move by myself, to be honest. If I could redo it, I would probably just move my queen out instead, connecting my rooks, and not really playing hope chess. But we're gonna see how he responds. Maybe he brings his own knight back. That's, I think, perfectly reasonable. If he brings his knight back, I'll probably play queen c7, giving my knight an escape square because it would then be defended, and also allowing me to go here without losing a pawn after takes, or disconnecting my pawns. But if he plays some random move, I don't know. If he didn't have a move, obviously I'd go here. That's attacking this pawn. That's threatening some fork on d2 if this knight ever moves. There are some threats. But I am just straight up down a pawn, so maybe not very many good threats. But at my level, I'm confident that a one-pawn advantage isn't going to be the difference between life and death. Yeah, what's the idea there? I don't see it. I guess he wants to go... Oh, no. He wants to go here, check, here, and just mate me. I think that's what he wants to do. And that's respectable. Can't play that. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely just wants to go check, move back here, and then inescapable mate. And that actually might be a bigger threat than I've realized. This check, unless I can move here, but then he still has this. Oh, but then I can bring my queen up. I think I have to play this so that I can connect a defender on here. However, that really, no, I can't do that because then that would really weaken this, my e5 square, and then he basically has a perfect outpost for the rest of the game. So I'm going to need to find a better defense than that. Here, if he plays here, I can just come up with my queen. But then he slides over, and it actually gets... No, because then I can push forward. So if moving my king eliminates the fact that this comes with check. So if I move my king, he just plays knight here. Then I can bring my queen up, not there, but bring my queen up somewhere like I wanted to. If he swings his queen over, I can just push my pawn. Yeah. I feel like that's my best defense. Then if he just does this right now, or if this here, yeah, I bring my queen up. Yeah, I'm gonna play king g8. I feel like that's the way that I don't get mated, but maybe I'm still gonna get mated and I missed something. Very possible. Very possible indeed. Yeah. Okay, so he still goes there like I thought he would. Now I have to be very, very careful because this would be unstoppable if I gave him a few moves of time. But he doesn't have a few moves of time, so I can play f6. I can play a bunch of moves. I can also bring my own queen here, and then here, and then force the queen trade. I guess not force it, but... The reason I'm hesitant to play this move is because he gets his knight there, but then at the same time I can trade it pretty easily after I move my knight over here. So yeah, I'm going to play this, and if he brings his... No, that was a terrible move. That was a terrible move, just positionally. Even visually, that's a terrible move. That's so weakening. I don't know why I did that. I'm mad at myself, because he isn't going to go here and keep his knight strong, because I could trade it pretty easily there. What he's going to do is he's going to put his knight here, and I'm never going to be able to remove it. Yeah, that's a bad move by me. I apologize to everybody watching for that move. Jeez. Okay, so we don't fully see the reasoning. Don't fully see it. I mean, I'm just going to bring my knight out like I was talking about. Wait, let me make sure there's no secret threat. Takes. No, there's no secret threat. I think he's just trying to improve his pieces. And this clamps down a little bit on this square, which is nice. But yeah, I definitely messed something up. This is not a good position for me. In fact, I'm almost confident that it's nearly lost. So this 1684 is doing a good job at making me uncomfortable. But also, I'm still trying for the win. Okay, it just kicks me out. Makes sense. But now I can kind of bring my knight back. Do I have any... No real forks or anywhere I would want to go up here, so... This pawn is now weakened. I might actually want to put my knight here. So, do I want to go here with the idea of going d5? No, because I'm basically asking him to push here again. If anything, I'd want to go to f4. Yeah, I'm going to drop back this way. Yeah, I'm gonna drop back this way. I think that dropping back this way is probably better. Because if he goes knight here now, I can actually force the knight trade. Oh, but I wouldn't do that because then that would blunder this pawn. So never mind. Yeah, this is not good, to say the least. I might even want to bring it here to kick the queen out and then play for e5. Yeah, this isn't pleasant. Okay, like I thought, he does bring his knight in. Obviously, this would be mate in 2. Well, not mate in 2, but he would win this pawn and then probably mate me in a few moves. But I'm not going to let that happen, of course. Instead, I can just slide my queen up. I can also... No, I can't play there, because then here, here. And checkmate. So I could also slide my rook up instead, but I feel like sliding the queen up is slightly better. Don't want to slide it up here because I want to target this pawn later on. Do I want to put it here? No, that might walk into some tactics. Like, oh no, here would walk into rook takes as a tactic. So I definitely have to go here. No questions asked. This is where I have to go. And that's actually a good process of elimination. And then I'm actually going to slide over here next move. Just try to get rid of the queen. After I make sure that this pawn isn't hanging, I guess. Yeah, no. My next move... Oh, God, this is actually really bad. The more annoying part than his queen is actually this pawn being so weak. Yeah. Not good. Wait, I could be a little bit tricky. I could be a little bit tricky and play this, threatening to trap his queen. But he doesn't have to fall for it. Oh, that's a blunder. That's a blunder. That's a blundery because that walks into f4. That walks into f4. Yeah, that's a blunder. Oh, wow. I'm so glad I'm studying my tactics. Yeah, that's a blunder. Just straight up. He's going to lose the exchange or lose a piece. Wow. Yeah, it's never too late to blunder a tactic in chess. Okay, yeah, he goes there. I guess he's going to have to sack the exchange. And suddenly position is looking fine again. How quickly the tables can turn. Wow. Wow. Yes, his queen got a little bit too cramped. So he has two options. He can either take here, and then I win the exchange with an open file, or he can take here, forcing the queen trade, but I win a knight. Better of the two options is probably just to sack the exchange. Yeah. He got a little bit too comfortable in the fact that he was attacking me. He didn't consider the fact that I could attack him. I'm Mr. Chess Attacker. Let's go. Yep, and I think that is pretty automatic to take this way. Yeah. Simple as that. And now we're the one-up material. And he slides his knight back. I assume he wants to get here. Which is actually a little bit annoying, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, I don't want to... If he gets here, it's a little bit annoying, but I'd still prefer having two knights to not having two knights. Oops, what did I just do? I just resized my chessboard. Did not mean to do that. If I go here and he goes here, then I actually get the trade I wanted anyway. And I'm attacking here. No, because now he's also threatening this pawn. Oh, I almost missed that. I almost missed that. And then once he moves here, it's actually going to be a little bit tricky to defend. Or impossible. So here, I might actually sack the exchange for this position. Yeah, I'm going to slide my queen up. I'm assuming he's going to do this. Otherwise, his last few moves didn't make much sense. And after he moves his knight here, I'm probably going to sack the exchange right back. Yeah, so he does do that. Another option is just to push this pawn, because I don't really have any other way to defend it. I also could just counterattack his other pawn, but this knight is really strong. If I takes, then wait, no, then he's up material actually, because takes. No, actually, then it's equal material. I don't want to settle for equal when I'm doing better. So wait, takes. That is a -1 trade for me. So that means that it's equal after that. Then this is threatened. He can't push it. So he's going to probably have to play this move to defend this pawn. Then, yeah, I don't want to settle for an equal endgame. I can give him this. However, if takes and I move the rook over here, he can actually take this. No, he can't take this pawn because then I take it with the queen. Okay, so I'm gonna. Wait, does he have any forks? Just gotta make sure. Here, no, that doesn't work. Here, no, he doesn't have any forks. So here, if he takes with the queen right away, then bad things happen to him. Yeah, okay. I've got to play rook c8. Yeah, sacking the exchange would have given an equal endgame, but I have a doubled pair of pawns. And I think that's just better for white. That would kind of resolve all of his problems. So sacking the exchange there was probably okay, but I'd rather make it a bit more complicated. He can actually push this pawn to preserve it here, but he chooses not to. So now takes. He can push. Yeah, if his knight wasn't there, this would be an easily won position. Fortunately, it is there. And push it. Oh, then I can actually get in over here, though. But then he gets in with his rook. Wait, so takes. Only way to hold on to his pawn is to push it. Takes. Double attack on the rook and this pawn, but I don't trust myself to convert that. If I push here, then he pushes, then I take this pawn. Yeah, pushing here is the play. And I'm not going to forget that his queen is in this corner. I'm going to be very vigilant about that. Very vigilant about any mating ideas. Or forks, for that matter. And at any point he can capture this pawn. So I'm not fighting to be up 2 points. I'm fighting to be up 1 point. Unless he pushes forward, in which case I would preserve this pawn and ruin his knight structure. So pushing is not an option here. Taking is not an option because I take his rook. I feel like the best move for him is probably just to take there. But then I have a super strong passer, and I'm actually loving the position there, because then I can attack this pawn too. Yeah, I'm liking this. It went from me being pretty confident that I'm lost to me being pretty confident that I'm winning. But this is far, far from over. And if he lets me capture this pawn, then this pawn is next. So he can't really let that happen. He's in a bit of a pickle right now, honestly. Oh, yeah, I'm very glad that I didn't sack the exchange, because that would have been very bad for me. I think I played this correctly. But maybe not, who knows. And I mean, it all hung on the one tactical move that I found. By the way, back when that tactic happened with me pushing f4 to hit his rook, I got very lucky that I saw that, because I only saw that because I had been talking about pushing that and trapping his queen or something like that. On the previous move, I'm not sure if I would have seen pushing if he hadn't played that before. Okay, so he just captures with the queen. Makes sense. Now, it's worth noting that I don't think there's anywhere that he can go with his knight that would actually be a dangerous discovery. Which would I rather take with? I think I'd rather take with the rook, honestly. Because then I can double up with the two rooks. If I play this, then he can attack it pretty easily, and it would be a little bit annoying to defend. So if I take with the rook, where he can't really move anywhere with his knight. If he moves here, I just take with the queen first. Let's see, so takes. He can go here, not a threat. 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 So, and no forks, no. So I'm gonna take. But always got to be careful about the knight moves, because those are tricky. And my next move is probably going to be rook d8, but I'm not totally sure yet. I don't like having my queen with no defense. I would be kind of surprised if he didn't trade right here, but at the same time, that would be giving me a passer, so maybe it makes sense for him not to. But I'm not sure where he... I guess he'd go there if he didn't trade it, but that actually would allow me to... No, I wouldn't sack the exchange there. Never mind. I keep on talking about sacking the exchange, but it's never going to work. And I am a little bit... I'm not totally sure if it was better for me to take with the rook or the pawn. I kind of can make an argument for it either way. But we'll see after the game which one was more correct. And it is worth noting I only have 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes, and my opponent has like 6 minutes, so... Very glad that there is the 10-second increment. Some water. Yeah, sorry, a bit of ASMR. If I didn't push b4 right there, I'm pretty sure that he could have made an equal endgame, though, even just because of how strong his knight was. So finding the b4 push was essential. Or the b4 breakthrough, I guess. Break, yeah. But we're going to see how he attempts to move forward. This move is a little bit annoying, but not really, because then I guess that I get in here. And then I'm targeting all of his other pawns. So I think that taking is probably his best option at this point, but I'm just going to start pushing. Like, he's going to have a hard time stopping me. And his knight is pinned. Can I make use of his knight's pin? I don't think so. But yeah, I mean, opponent's time is ticking down. We're going to be on equal terms in terms of time, or on equal footing in terms of time pretty soon. Hopefully he's not calculating some crazy tactic. And he isn't. He is not. And his knight is still pinned. And I mean, I'm just going to start pushing this. So unless he checkmates me soon, I think it's going to be GG. Yeah, the extra pawn makes all the difference. Thankfully, his queen has the task of defending this pawn. Okay, but I mean, now I just push it. And this king is not fast enough. I'm going to put the rook behind it. And he is not going to make it in tiempo. That's time for everybody who doesn't speak Spanish as well as I do. I'm kidding, obviously. I'm terrible at Spanish. By the way, maybe I have a queen sack to regain it, but I'm not going to be fancy. Okay, so he opts to bring his queen in. That hangs this knight. Right? Yeah, that hangs this knight. Because of the pin. And he can play on, but at this point, I don't see the point of it. So, okay, he does not resign. Fair enough. I mean, I can just capture here. I mean, I'm almost certain he's going to give me this check. But, I mean, I just start walking up. Or I can play here, be super principled. If I play here, I'm going to win this pawn anyway. And he has 0 chance, because I can block every single check. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. Just give him 0 hope. Because taking that pawn, I don't know, it lets him get in a little bit. Now he doesn't get in at all. And he can definitely resign this. There's really no hope for him anymore. But as Gotham Chess says, never resign. Okay, so I take. And I'm going to be going in for checks soon. Okay. I assume he wants me to take here because then he's going to take this pawn. But after he takes that pawn, I probably have a checkmate of some sort. So let's see here. No, I don't see any checkmate, so I'm just going to walk my king up 1 so that I don't lose this pawn. And if he gives me another check, I'm just going to go up here. If he doesn't give me a check, I'm going to start giving him checks just for the heck of it. But I can't let my guard down because I've definitely blundered positions that are this one before. But it would be pretty hard to do so here. But yeah. Never get complacent. That's my motto. After he moves up, I'm going to be the one checking him, and then I actually have a mate. So yeah, if he doesn't do anything, I have a mate. If he just pushes a pawn, for example, I have check. If he moves there, check. And then here has a mate. But actually here, check. Oh yeah, that's his only move. Besides going forward, and I'm not even going to analyze that because I'm positive. Okay. Instead, he wants to keep on giving me checks, but it's not going to work. He has no more checks anymore. And if he just pushes a pawn or something, I'm going to have a forced queen trade after here, here, here. So, yeah, this game is over. There's nothing he can do. In fact, I think it'll be hard to blunder this. Like, I'd have to find a novel way to blunder this. Okay. He does that, but now I give him a check. He's very mad, I think, which is why he isn't resigning. If he moves here, that is just checkmate. So he has to move here, then I move here, forcing the queen trade. Oh, actually, oh wait, no, yeah. I thought that I could pull him back and then take his queen, but I forgot that the queens aren't seeing each other quite yet. So yeah. Now the queen trade is forced. If he opts to push a pawn, I can actually take his king off of defense of the queen and then capture it for free. Yeah, so that's just a blunder in a long line of other blunders. Yeah, his king is going to be forced to take it. Then I'm going to capture his queen, and that will be all she wrote. And he resigns. Nice. That was a pretty solid game, I feel like. Okay, he's challenging me to a rematch. I'm going to decline. And we're at 1549. That's looking really tasty. Okay, let's go to the game review setup. I was definitely losing for a solid chunk of time there, I think. But let's see. Yeah, I was fully losing for a while. But let's see what I could have done differently. Okay. Playing bishop g4 apparently here isn't the best move, but if I go into the opening explorer, I'm sure it's pretty high on the list. Oh. No, knight c6 and knight f6 are higher. And knight c6 definitely scores better. But to be honest, I just prefer bishop g4 because after playing bishop or knight c6, I feel like he can play h3, and I guess that in that position I'd have bishop f5, but I feel like I just take the guesswork out. I just do what I do. And all this is fine. All this is fine. Yeah, g6 is the only move. Yeah, all this is fine. Okay, this is where the mistake first started happening. What should I have done differently? I should have just ignored his bishop being there. Okay, wait, I'm gonna see other moves, because that f5 is also good. f5 is the best move. Or knight d6 or knight f6. Huh, I'm just gonna be frank, I would never make any of these moves. Which isn't me saying that they're bad, I'm just saying that I don't know how you'd see them, because just intuitively I feel like playing here is just asking for, after you try to trade the bishops, he goes back, and then you're pinned forever, and like, might lose it, I don't know. I can see the case for f5 though, because after f5... Wait, what? No, I'm trying to... Oops, no. Yeah, I can see the case for f5 here. It weakens this pawn a lot, though. But this isn't really a threat, because I can just capture. And I guess we have equally strong knights. I'm going to be honest, though, I have no idea why knight d6 is good. Oh, it's because I can reroute to f5. Ah. Yeah, it's probably because it probably wants me to reroute to f5 now. Yeah, it wants me to reroute my knight to f5. Or play rook c8 first. But, okay, I do see the point now. Okay, then I did all this. Capturing with the king was a big mistake. In hindsight, I understand why, because allowing his queen in with a check later on was a move I had to waste a tempo on to get out of. And obviously I blundered a pawn here, but he probably... Wait, what should he have done? I guess giving me the check? Oh, yeah. After he gives this check, I'm forced here, and then he can threaten mate, and I can't stop it. I can only, I mean, I can stop the mate, but I can't stop him winning this pawn. What's funny about it is that, yeah, a5 was just a bad move. I should have tried to trade the queens, because that was his most problematic piece, even at the cost of isolating another pawn. Yeah, this was a bad move too. I probably should have... Wait, what should I have done here? Oh, yeah, that's such a better move. That's such a better move. King g7 is much better because it stops his queen from getting in at all. In either direction and for the future. Obviously, he wouldn't go there right now, but in the future. f5 was bad too. Wow. How should I have defended then? Queen here, but then he has this. Oh, then... Oh, I actually saw this line, but I thought that my queen was a bit out of the game if he just moves away. But I guess my knight's pretty centralized, and it's actually not that bad. Okay, so good to know. Okay, actually, okay, yeah, queen d7 was the best move there, and my knight rerouting here was fine. How should I reroute it, though? What would have been better? Moving over here to get to d5. Okay. I assume that's why, at least. Yeah, then... Wait, this still isn't... Wait, what? I thought I was winning at this point. Wait, what? But I thought... Okay, so e5 is... Or f4 is definitely best, but... I thought I was winning here. It wants me to just push here? What? Wait. Hold up, what? What is this computer line? I me to push there. Oh, because I'm threatening this fork, but why would he not just take or something? Because then I play... Oh, because then I play the same idea, and it's equal. But wait, so he must have missed some sort of tactic. Yeah, blunder... Oh my gosh. That's insane. I mean... Okay, that's insane. I see it now because I saw it because it drew this arrow. My idea doesn't work because of a crazy or of a really annoying tactic. He can actually retreat the knight, and after taking the queen, he has a fork. Incredible. Wow. Yeah, and that was his only move, I assume. Yeah, that was his only move to keep his advantage. Incredibly, he wasn't worse after his blunder. He was just fully equal. He was equal no matter if he took here, if he took here. It's crazy to me that he isn't worse after literally losing a piece. Oh no, he is worse. Never mind. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, he's definitely worse. Sorry, yeah, that would be knight takes. Wait. Oh, he can take here with the knight because if I take his queen, then he has this fork. Okay. So then here I'd take with this. And then takes f4. Okay, wow. Yeah, this is insane. And somehow this is equal even though I guess it's equal materially wise because he has pawns for the lost pieces, but wow, I totally missed this the forking square, and I guess he did too. So we both missed his defensive resource, but it was just equal here. Should have brought my rook up. Yeah, knight e5 was a bad move because of this, I assume, or yeah, b4, or rook ac8 is actually better, but it looks too enticing to pass up, so I understand. Then b4 is like the only move that gives me an advantage. Yeah. Okay, I should have taken with the pawn. And wow, I really should have taken with the pawn. There's a big difference between rook and pawn takes. Pawn takes is like 0.8 for me, and rook takes is pawn takes is 2.25 for me, and rook takes is only like 0.8. So I guess he blundered yet again in this end somehow. Yeah, he blundered by taking. What should he have done? He should have moved over. I was talking about that, but I thought that I get this. Yeah, and that is my best move, but I guess he got some counterplay or something. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, and it looks like, I don't know how I'm not winning this by more. I'm +2 in material. Don't I play this now or something? Crazy that he's fine here. Wow. No, he's actually better there because h5 is really... Okay, wow. Okay, so he missed a lot of defensive resources, but I missed that he had them. And obviously now I'm winning. Yeah, and he blunders his rook to the pin, and then... let me guess, taking with the queen was probably just better. Yeah, because he has this, but then I just start walking up and... Oh, and that blunder was made in 1. Okay, so yeah, taking with the queen was better, but at this point it's just arguing about like semantics. That's a fancy word. I enjoyed using it because I'm winning no matter what I do. And queen here is definitely best. And then it's funny that blundering the queen Blundering the queen for a rook is considered excellent because that just tells you how bad his position is. Wait, that wasn't even the best move? Winning his queen wasn't even the best move. Wow, wait, why? Okay, how in the world is... Okay, I know it doesn't matter because it's winning no matter what, but how in the world is this position better than literally the same position, pretty much, but with a queen? It's not. Okay, computer is tripping a little bit here, which is kind of funny. Yeah. Rook G1 is definitely better, but for some reason, the review tab doesn't see that. I've been thinking this for a while, but I think that the engine that the review function uses is much weaker than if you just go to the analysis tab and let it run for a few seconds. Because if you, I mean, like, when you press game review, it does it all really quickly. I mean, it does it in like 10 seconds. So I guess it's spending like much less time on each move, but I don't know. So anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one.